If you could walk on the water, if you could hopscotch on the trees, if you could fly the world in.
Hi there, and welcome to Starehe High School. I'm going to let my Rise winner 2022 give me the proper introduction. I'm very flustered, if you can tell. This is my first time here, and I had quite the welcome because I actually was able to witness the bugles playing and the flags being lowered, which was a lot. But let me not talk about myself. Let me talk about why I'm here. I am in awe of you, and I don't want to spoil the story. So I'm going to start by asking you to introduce yourself the way that will make your parents proud.
Okay.
What is your name?
My name is James Nyaga.
Uh-huh.
I'm in Form 2 right now, 16 years of age, schooling here in Starehe Center.
Okay.
And yes, I am a Rise Global winner.
Yes.
Something that if you would ask me a year ago, I wouldn't say I would, expect to be here, but I'm flattered and I'm excited now that I'm here.
You're 16, which means you applied when you were 15.
Exactly.
I just realized you're my youngest.
Oh.
Yes, because I know all the Kenyan 5. So I was trying to tell you the numbers. 80,000 applied globally, 500 were on the short list, 100 were winners in 2022, 5 are from Kenya. You're the only guy.
Yeah, it actually shocked me when I found out, because I thought like there will be around 10, 20, more people, and I wasn't expecting to be one of them. But then, fate and God, he does wonders, yeah.
How did you hear about Rise?
Well, actually, before I even turned 15, I was going through Twitter for fun, and I found this post about Rise, and I ignored it at first because they said 15 to 17 years old. But
And you were 14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't get that excited about it, but coming to school, then there was an announcement for guys to come here at the assembly hall. Then I found out it was about Rise. So I grabbed an application form and said, this is my chance. Let me give it a shot. If not, I'll try the next 2 rounds and see whether
Yeah, because you got time.
Yeah.
You had time. Okay, so what drew you to Rise? When I spoke to the 2 ladies from Mary Hill, they were like, the chance to pick a college and get a scholarship and go to literally a global university. What drew you to Rise?
I admired the part of the mentorship, actually,
Oh,
because coming up with a project to solve a solution that you're really passionate about by yourself isn't that fun, and it's full of struggle and all sorts of problems. But if you have someone who provides all the resources, funds, and everything, your work is to big brain it, do the work, and solve problems in the world.
And solve problems. And, I was saying this, it's one thing when you read that Rise is with you for life. So this is not a case of you came up with a project, you're talking about solutions, you'll become, a Rise Global winner 2022. But because you're doing this work to solve the problems of our time, Rise will be with you for the rest of your life, so long as you're doing this.
Yeah.
How does that compute in your head?
It's actually, I'm comforted to some extent, because even if you come up with a different idea some other time, maybe later in your ages, you can still talk to Rise about it.
Yes.
And they can help you. So it's not like your project, you've made it, done, goodbye. No, they stay with you all
through life.
Yeah.
But they start off with things that are simple as, like you said, mentorship. I think sometime next year you're all going to your first summit.
Yeah.
Yes. And then there is, scholarships for college, and then career development as well. Was that exciting for you when you were applying, or were you like, let's see? Rohoju.
Exactly. I didn't think like it was possible, because who gives out those many benefits for, it was okay, a good deal at first.
No, and the benefits are many.
Yeah, there are many.
Yes.
And so I was like, I couldn't, but I gave it a shot, and now I can enjoy those benefits, and I'm really proud.
I mean, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know, was the application process difficult for you? Was it hard getting the time? I mean, you got school, you've got Rise. Was it hard getting the time to submit your thing, do it, send it in on time?
I won't lie, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, because that period when we were supposed to submit the form, I had my examinations. So there's studying and there's thinking of a unique, brilliant idea. Those two things can't go
They don't
towards,
go well together in
yeah,
your
they
brain.
don't. So you have to set apart time specifically to think and think deeply. Then you go back to the books.
Whoa. Okay, so finally, deadline is here, you submit.
Yeah.
You submit, and from what I hear, you don't hear back for almost 2 months. So did you forget?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was, excited, to know whether I'm continuing with this thing or maybe I should check in next time and yeah.
So if so, let me get this right. Because at the time you were 15, you were very clear. If you don't get in this time, you're applying again.
Yeah, and again.
And again.
Yeah, then
until you get off to the cutoff age of 17.
Exactly.
Man, if you're watching, I hope you've got the same focus as he does. So anyway, were you on holiday when the letter came through? Because I hear it's an email that comes through.
For the global winner, yes, I
No,
was.
no, no. To tell you that now you had been selected.
As a finalist. No, I was still in school.
Oh, so how
Yeah.
did you find out?
I was called to the office by Councillor Mr. Ndego. Yeah. And I was told, we were actually 18 in school total, and we were told, you guys are the finalists, but this is just the beginning and
Yes.
it's not just the end. Yeah.
Yes. So 18 of you from here were finalists.
Yeah.
Okay, so it becomes very clear that it will be 100 globally.
Yeah.
That's tight. That's tight. So why you? What happened?
I also don't know, but I guess I really thought of my project and my idea, thoroughly and tried to make it all around unique and stuff. And well, judging from what's happened, I think I did that very well.
You did that very well. I know that when you're a finalist, there is a certain process you go through. I hear you pitch, and then there's an interview part. Which one of those would you tell, a person who's applying today to get ready for? Like seriously, because now you've become a coach, huh? You know that.
Yeah, a mentor. Yeah, I would advise them to get ready for the interview. It's not the easiest.
Really?
Yeah.
And I hear it was on Zoom.
Yeah.
It was online.
Well, it's not exactly an interview, like questions throughout. You interact with others, there's activities and, fun stuff all through. Then now there's the actual interview where you ask questions you'd never expect.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's what they need to get ready for.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, now that I think about it, because you're still here, and like the ladies I spoke to at Mary Hill, because their candidates, they're gone, you get a chance to help other RISE candidates apply.
Yeah, I did.
Have you told them applications are on?
Yes, we called anyone who was interested to the hall and we gave them application forms. I guided them through it, give them some tips and guides, yeah. And I hope
There'll be more from
yeah.
here. So here's what I want to know. I mean, you're very focused on the fact that he told me he can't wait to see the world, so he's already thinking about college. Please note, he's 16, so he's informed too. And he's like, no, high school is tiring. I'm like, brother, high school is good. But here's what I want to know. You knew what you wanted. Tell me about the reaction of your parents.
They were surprised because they thought like, you're saying something you saw on the internet. Yeah,
It's large.
Yes. They weren't
Schmidt
that.
Foundation, Futures.
Yeah. Rhodes Trust.
Rhodes Trust.
Big names. But then they read the email and they were like, oh yeah, it's big.
It's big.
Yeah, it's big.
Because I think the email now outlines what you get.
Yeah.
So for your parents, what do they, you can tell where macho yao huenda.
Yeah.
Where were their eyes going?
Mostly the scholarship in tertiary level of education.
Education, yeah, that is a big one.
Very
What
big
are your sights on?
I haven't looked very deep. But
Okay,
right
yeah, because you
now,
got a little time.
Yeah, looking on the perspective of my, future career aspiration, I would like to go to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
So you're looking at MIT as well. And what area are you looking at?
Software development.
Software development, okay. I said this to the girls in Maryhill, I'll say this to you as well. Think about the future of work. Ask your mentors about it. Look at how technology will solve some of the problems that you're looking to fix. Because I'm a very big believer that millennials are fantastic. They will always make noise, but the real fixers of our issues are you guys. You're the only doers. You're the only doers.
Yeah, we are.
And there's nothing wrong with the talkers, but you guys are the doers. So you excite me a lot. So for teachers who are watching you, and they're like, oh my goodness, he applied for this thing. Actually, I didn't ask you, your mentor, Mr. Ndegwa, when he realized, Allah, we have a winner, what was he excited about?
I'm not exactly sure, but I will say he took prestige in that because he's the one who walked everyone through
the
all
process.
this. And I think he was proud
Yes.
because he's the one who did this. Honestly, I don't think I would have ever done this by myself.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think he really, he was happy and he
He's
was proud
happy.
of her, yeah.
And I'm sure now he's watching everybody else's applications well.
Yes, very,
Where
very
did these
keenly.
other 18 slide? Where did Ngatia get through?
Yeah.
Those things. So you tell me, for a parent who's watching this interview and wondering, should I commit the time and the effort for my child to do this? What is the one thing you'll tell them it's good for them for?
It's definitely worth it, and it will save you very, very much.
Okay.
But one thing is that it will create, the path for your son or your daughter or your child. Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely will, because then he wouldn't be, right now, if that wouldn't have happened, I would only have, a squeezed limited amount of, career options to choose from.
But the world exploded.
Yeah,
because right now it's
boom.
like anything you want.
Yeah, anything I literally want. So it does that to someone. Instead of, maybe only teaching and medicine, you have a whole world of opportunities to pick from.
And for the teachers, because I'm sure there are teachers who are like, how much space is it going to take between your preps and this and that and the other? I'm sure they're like, oh God, RISE sounds good, but preps is happening, exams are happening. What would you like to tell those teachers?
To say the truth, it doesn't interfere that much with class time. But I would like to tell them that, academics isn't the only thing that takes people far in life. Yeah, it's not.
I know I'm going to be in trouble, but there you go. He said it first.
It's not. We tend to diminish people based on how they perform, because that's the only evaluation we
That
have.
there is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there's more to it. There are people with excellent ideas, excellent, gifts, talents out there, but just because they got a B- or a D, there's...
Does not limit them.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. And I think, like I said, millennials will talk a lot. The doers are you guys. And I have met nobody from RISE other than the local team. I'm excited. I think I'll be cheering you guys at the airport when you guys leave for your first summit. And that will be in 2023.
Yeah, next year.
But right now, I want to look here and say, applications for the Global Challenge 2023 is on. They're on this video. And for you, what would you like to tell anybody who's like, they clicked and then they left it? What would you like to tell them?
One thing, I think it's the guy who invented Oscar who said this. He said, see whatever you want to see. For example, for me, I want to become a software developer. So I always tell myself when I want to do something and not necessarily want to do it, I like to tell myself to see code. See code in everything.
Okay.
If I don't want to read, I tell myself see code. So when I'm reading biology, I just see code. Programs and such stuff. So if you want to be, a doctor or something, you see medicine.
See medicine.
Yeah,
see what you want.
Exactly.
I love that. I used to say it very simply, what you seek is seeking you. What you seek is seeking you. So why don't you seek to rise? Rise for the world, but importantly, rise for Kenya.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Because of you and because of Rise, I came to Starehe. And I'm going to take pictures if I'm allowed, because I am about to spread them all over social media. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And please mentor and inspire as you go along.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. We're going to take selfies. See you.
'Cause you're superhuman.